Well, hello everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Welcome back to Tavern Talk Mondays, that it has been for the last few weeks. I, don't intend to play this game forever, but you know, it is what it is. Right now, it's the game we're playing on Mondays, and I'm rambling already. This is a great start. Happy Monday, everyone. Hope your Monday is going alright. That it's not too dreary of a Monday. And if it is, I hope that a few hours of silly distractions here with this silly little stream will be fun. I'm trying to get everything going on my side. I do apologize. If I get a little distracted. Hello! Hello, Zelmox, welcome in! How are you doing today? I'm doing alright. Just trying to wrangle myself and everything to, get everything started over here. All problems in life can be solved by petting Ondu. Indeed. You're hungry? Well, you should go eat, then. Or grab a snack. This game is all about, taking care of yourself and taking care of other people and having lovely drinks. Uber Eats can't find a driver for your food. Ah, jeez. That sucks. That's too bad. Well, I hope they find it, they find one soon. Let's see. Hunt in the streets for your food. Anywho, let's see. Yes, today we're getting back to Tavern Talk. I was not expecting this game to be so long. I know it's taking a lot longer because I'm reading out all the dialogue in silly voices and taking my time and stuff, but I still wasn't expecting this game to be as long as it is, and I'm very pleased that it is this long. Honestly. Let's see. Sorry about that. Sorry everyone, I'm still getting used to the whole streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time thing. I'm just figuring some stuff out over here. Let's see. Okay, I think... yeah, okay. I think I'm more or less ready. Alright, how's everyone doing today? Grab a drink, grab a snack. I'm hoping to provide a few hours of just a little bit of cozy distraction on this Monday morning. Quite dreary weather out here, and of course, in the Northern Hemisphere, it's already dark, even though, you know, it's not that late, but it's totally dark because winter, you know, that's how it works. Kind of a shame. But it is what it is. Hoping that this will be a nice little distraction. The new driver's gonna take half an hour. Oh, jeez. Well, sorry about that. I don't know if this game's gonna help because it's all about delicious drinks. It's 7 p.m. Yeah, but it shouldn't be totally dark by 7 p.m. That's, like, only a thing that happens in winter. And only not even for the entire winter. Just for the worst of it. The worst few weeks of it. Anyway. Boy. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. My head is kind of a chaos, but it's fine. I'm looking forward to gaming today. Thank you all for being here. I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube, as I said, but if you want to interact with the game, they have a Twitch integration, which only works on Twitch, I'm afraid, so for those of you on YouTube, you might want to jump over to my Twitch if you want to join in on the voting for different options. You get to vote for the potions, and you get to vote for the dialogue, and you get to pet our tavern pet. That is a little buggy, I feel like, because it's on cooldown for an unspecified amount of time after it's been done once. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah. Well, I hope you get your food soon. If this game makes you too hungry because of the delicious drinks, I'm sorry. Thank you for being here anyway. Let's see. Where's my OBS? Over here. Let's go and get... Oh, let's pause the music here. Hello! Welcome in! How are you doing today? Oh, let's pause the music here. Here we go. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. You're doing good? I'm doing good as well. I'm glad that my work day is over. I'm doing this stream after work. Glad the work day's over and I get to stream and be cozy for a few hours with everyone hanging out in chat. We're playing Tavern Talk today, which for those of you who don't know is a game where you are a tavern keeper in a D&D-like setting where you give the adventurers the quests, and then you listen to their stories when they come back, and you give them magical potions that help boost certain stats, so you can decide which approach they should take to their quest and whether they succeed or not. Depends on which potion you give them. If you give them the wrong one, I imagine it would fail. We haven't done that yet, knock on wood. We've so far successfully given each person, each group, their correct potion. To get the good ending. I imagine there are bad endings. I have been told that the ending of the game is based on a percentage of how many of the quests you've gotten the good ending for. So far, we've gotten them all right. I'm pretty pleased about that. I'm waiting for the inevitable one where we fail, but we are over halfway through the game and have gotten most of them correct, so I'm going to hope that we have enough quests in a good percentage to actually get the good ending at the end of the game. I have no idea. There is an apocalypse about to happen, it feels like. Oh, let me switch to the game here. There is an apocalypse that seems to be imminent, or at least somebody doing nefarious things. Who has given us a letter that for some reason the game hasn't let us read yet, which is very frustrating. And he seems to be doing some shady stuff to bring about the apocalypse. He's already made the stars fall out of the sky. But none of the adventurers, except for one, really want to do anything to fix it. Every single one is like, somebody else will fix it. Somebody else will fix it. Except for one, there's one lady, one cleric lady, who's actually invested in fixing what's going wrong. So that's been interesting. I hope you're prepared for really, really bad, silly voices, because they are very silly and very bad. But that's what I've been doing. Oh, thank you for the follow! Thank you! I've been just doing silly voices for all the characters, and they're probably not consistent from week to week, because I'm not very good at voices. So they're probably different every time, but I try. Because it seems like that kind of lighthearted game, where just doing silly voices is fun. There are chat commands. There is a Twitch integration, which reminds me I do need to actually turn that on. You don't see the any key? Yeah. That joke is very old. Connect. Okay. There we are. So, we have a Twitch integration in this game. It turns to dust. Well, you're the one saying the really old joke. But yeah, this is the tavern. You'll see it in more detail later. It's called the Wayfarer Inn, I believe. They don't really stress the name. It's not really that important. You can probably name it something else if you want, but they have a Kickstarter campaign for a plushie currently for one of the pets, I believe. Insert Thanos meme, yeah. This is a very small independent studio in Germany. If you like this game, please buy it, buy the DLC. If you feel like getting a plushie of this little guy, who is Ondu, our tavern pet, feel free to support their Kickstarter, support small studios. Hello! How are you doing? Welcome in. Anyway. So this, I believe, is like the world. We have this, the star whale and the sky dragon. And then there's the tree dragon, and then there's another one down here. And they're all like different worlds? I think our world is like here or something? I don't know. The mythology is a little vague, which is fine. There's no problem with that. I will point out the chat commands to do when it comes up. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. So you can join in on the voting or pet the pet, which is a little buggy because it doesn't really actually work that super well. It only does one person at a time, and then you have to wait for like 3 minutes. I don't know why. But the voting works just fine, so you're free to join in on voting. I will pick, unless I really strongly disagree, I will pick whatever chat decides to pick. So, if it goes wrong, it's your fault. We are over halfway through the game. We are in Act 2 somewhere. Interlude was the last thing. Yeah, let's get back into it. Yeah, here's our inn. With the adorable little tiny little dragon lying in the sunshine. But yeah. Here we go! Oh yeah, they have the Christmas themed decorations. Oh! Hey! Oh my goodness! I know these two. I was gonna say, like, hey, new characters, but oh boy, I know who these are. It's Polly and Scott. That's unexpected. I was not expecting Monster Prom characters to show up here, but apparently here they are. Sorry. For those who don't know, these two are characters from the Monster Prom games, which are dating sims where you date monster characters, essentially, and try not to get eaten, and try and get one of them to be your prom date at the end of the school year. Hence, Monster Prom, it's a competitive dating sim which you can play multiplayer with your friends. Also, a super fun game where every time I play it with friends, I also do really bad, silly voices. I was not expecting him to show up here. Quincy's Tavern I can see, but these guys? Oh boy. Okay, well. Oh, and here's the letter that the evil villain gave us that we still haven't read for some reason. It's very annoying. It's right there. Just read it, please. Anyway. Oh gosh. What voice do I do for Polly? You knew the devs were friends with the devs of Monster Prom? Oh, I did not know that. Okay, well that's nice. Phew! I knew we took the right path! Who said we can't road trip all by ourselves? Liam did, I think. I think that was perhaps a rhetorical question. Whoa, dude! Didn't see you there! What's up? The sky, last time I checked. Oh my god, that's such a bad pun. It better be! It'd be very confusing otherwise. Very true. Is this your crib? It is indeed. Welcome to the Wayfarer's Inn. Oh, of course, when I say they don't really mention the name, here they go mentioning the name. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? Pollygeist and the goodest of boys, Scott Howell. And together, we are the Prank Masters! With a Z! Woo! Pleasure to meet you. I'm your humble innkeeper. Awesome! What drinks do you serve? Oof, yeah, we are in desperate need of some booze. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I don't serve booze. What? Why? The age rating system is quite harsh on such things. Oh my god. Sorry. I need a minute. This is apparently the fourth wall breaking meta section of the game. And I've got to keep the place open somehow. I feel you. We've all got some burdens to carry. What else have you got? Magical beverages that can enhance your abilities. It's even rumored they might influence your fate. Whoa, that's so cool, dude! Like an influencer, but for fate! Fate-fluencer. No. That would go so hard on Momentgram! Okay, here we go. You guys get to vote. Type 1 or 2 in chat for which one you want to vote for. Goodness gracious. This is not how I expected the next chapter of the game to go. Oh boy. Oh goodness gracious. We only go hard here at the Wayfarer's Tavern. Yeah. Goodness gracious. Oh, this took me really by surprise. Oh dear. Alright, give it a few more seconds to wait for people to vote, 1 or 2. Alrighty. Well, looks like the vote's unanimous. Here we go. It goes pretty hard here as well. Bed! Innkeep, please influence our fate before I get, like, bored. Here's hoping Velmox gets their Zelmux. It's Zelmux, isn't it? Yeah, Zelmux. Zelmux. Yeah, Zelmux, if you're still here, I hope you got your food. I'm feeling, like, incredibly depleted from this weird AF trip. Sounds like you're in dire need of some stamina. The last thing Polly needs is more stamina. Sorry. Monster Prom, for those who don't know, is quite an adult game. It's not- there's nothing explicit, but it gets pretty suggestive. Though I think you could use something a bit stronger than usual. Dope! Give me your strongest potion! Technically, never mind. Here you go, chat. You can type !pet space Andu, A-N-D-U, to pet the pet. Whoever gets there first gets the pet. There you go. Yeah, good boy. And now it's on cooldown for a few minutes, and it's not clear how long. So, sorry everyone else. Okay, so we want a potion with lots of attack. Let's see, we've got the Sailor's Courage. We've got the Southern Brawler. Which one do we want to do? The Sailor's Courage or the Southern Brawler? What do we think, chat? Polly needs abs? Nah. She's a ghost. She doesn't need anything. Reduces her common sense, though, which she already has very little of, but it's fine. Sure. We'll go with the Sailor's Courage. Okay, then we need... Let's see, we need one of these. I think. She has no need for common sense. Well... Okay, that takes care of those, and then we need, one defense. And then we need a bunch of attack. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we did it! A funky drink for a funky gal. Let's see. Whoa, this is good. Like, very good. So good I don't even miss the booze. Well, maybe a little bit. I'll take that as a compliment. Try this, Scott. Ooh, that tickles. Just like pickle juice. Gross. So, Scott Howell, would you like a drink as well? Nah. But you could tell us where we are and what cool things we can check out around here. You're in Zenith, in the Republic of Fizoa. Are you lost? Nope. At least not as long as we're having a blast. You do seem slightly out of this world, though. You don't say. Ooh. Maybe you're onto something, potion seller. I'm not... You know, we were road tripping, supposed to be the trip of our lives. When something, like, weird happened. We were about to take the next turn at a crossroads, and then... whoosh! A portal opened up, and I couldn't hit the brakes in time. Yeah! We drove straight through and, like, ended up on a gravel road. Everything seemed different and dated. So dated. Dated? Duh! I've seen and done plenty of weird stuff, but this is a different kind of weird. So... weird. No cars, only carriages and stuff. Cars? Yes! Alright, here we go, chat. You guys get to vote again. Type a 1 or a 2 in chat. Whichever option you want us to say. I'm pretty sure there are no such thing as fey Porsches, which the whole point is this world doesn't understand what cars are. This is a fantasy world. There are no cars. Alrighty, looks like the votes didn't quite come through, but we see votes for 1, so let's go with 1. Yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't work. Let me, 1 second. Let me go back here and recheck. It should still be connected. I don't know why that didn't work. Well, interesting. Fantasy world, you can't have a fantasy of a fey Porsche. I mean, you can have the fantasy of one, just not an actual one. We have votes for 1, so let's go 1. Yeah, those things that go vroom! I'm afraid I've got no clue what you're talking about. ... I don't think cars exist here, Scott. Now it makes sense that my phone has no signal either. What makes sense? We landed in the past! Well, I think you landed in a completely different dimension, Polly, but it's fine. Whoa! Does that mean we time traveled? Yeah! That's so cool! I doubt time travel is possible. It sounds more like you participated in inter-universal travel. Yeah, exactly. Which is rare, but happens occasionally. Wait. So what you're saying is we are super special and lucky to have participated in such an event? Lurk? Oh, there's no lurk command, but enjoy your lurk. Likely. Dope. This is a sign, Scott. The universe sent us here to wreak havoc. Oh, we've got plenty of people doing that already. Woo! The prank masters will strike again! Soon! After a nap. Relatable. Can we take a nap, Polly? Good idea. Hey, funky magic mystery pal, you better get to writing that tour guide. I'll see what I can do. These two in this world were doomed, I know, right? Good, do you have a room for us? Of course. I've got a room upstairs. Just ignore the scratching sounds and leaking water by the iron door. Don't worry, we've seen worse than that. We got plenty of experience with sea monsters. Always hyped to meet more. See you in a bit, Innkeep. Come on, Scott. Let's hit the sheets. Maybe I should add some do not enter signs. Okay. Baya! My favorite. Hello. Glad to see you, Baya. Thank you for having me. Now that... Is your friend's dispute still ailing you? Still so lonely, lonely, lonely. Oh, Baya. I came to ask, have you sent someone to help my friends? I did, actually. You did? Yes, I sent Fable and Aura to solve the dispute. Ooh! Oh, little... They're so cute! I love her. And let's hope they'll be friends again soon, so we can have tea parties again. Ah, tea parties are the best. As I take a sip of my tea. Ah, man. And I can stop being lonely. Sorry, this voice is very silly, I'm sorry. At least people are visiting my spa. That's good. You only have coffee? Ah, for shame. Thank you for handing out my coupons. Of course, Baya. I'm glad people are actually going to your spa. Oh, here they are again. Did I hear spa? Yes. Doesn't that sound like something, Scott? Woo! I love spa things. Now, are you our tour guide, sweet bog creature? Tour guide? Do you want to visit my spa? These two are Polygeist and Scott Howell. They're currently looking for... entertainment! And a way back home. But entertainment first, obviously. These two will make the best friends for Baya, yeah. It's getting incredibly boring here. No offense, funky magic mystery pal. None taken. Where is your home? In a portal or something. Oh, I forgot we had the other pet. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, we came through a portal, which in itself is, like, pretty rad. But we've had the medieval tavern experience and all. It was good while it lasted, but it's time to move on. Renu, that's right. That's right. This is Renu. Oh, so cute. Move on to my spa. Something like that. Which makes me think, Baya, do you think you could help them find a way back home? Of course. You can do that? But first, you have to visit my spa. Nothing easier than that. I'm in need of a facial anyways. The air here is so dry. My bog water is especially moisturizing. Wait, does that mean we get to go skinny dipping in some hot springs? Oh yes, absolutely. My hot springs are the best.
Cool. So a pit stop at your spa and then a road trip back home? You joining us for the ride, sweet bog creature? Please say yes.
We'll see. I'll first show you the portal and my spa. If you bring them to the portal, you could take a ride with them through it. Might help you with your loneliness. Oh, is Baya gonna feature in the next Monster Prom game? That would be awesome. You think so? Yes! No one's lonely on a ride with the Prank Masters. I'll think about it. Which portal do you want to take? The one through Avalon, full of dreams and forests? Or the one through the Twilight Chasm, a place full of dread and weird fishies? So like my void, where I live. Yep, sure.
Ooh, the Twilight Chasm sounds spooky. I love spooky.
I love dreams. They're so weird. Like that one dream I had where I was my own dad. I mean, I'm a squid. I mean, I'm an abyssal squid. Where do you think I live? Where should I lead them, innkeeper? Okay, so we'll see if the votes work. I will let you guys vote, but I think I might have to call my veto on this one and just decide. Oh, it's not working. That's annoying. Why is it not working? It's connected. I don't know why. Let me... Hang on. Let me... futz with the settings here. Let's reconnect. And then do the vote again and see if that fixed it. I did not turn it off. No, it's still on. Let's try again. Try now? Yeah, now it's working again. It was just a question of disconnecting and connecting again, I guess. Well, we got some votes for a 1. So, 1 it is. Nightmare Realm sounds fun. Nightmares? Heck yeah! Haven't had one of those in a while. Lucky you. Sounds dope. Make sure you don't lose your minds, though. Oh, they're already lost.
No promises!
Can't wait to show you my mud masks.
Can't wait to show you the world, sweet bog creature.
My name is Maya.
Oh, they're so cute.
Then let's hit the road, Baya. Enjoy your trip. Safe travels.
Bye, potion seller.
See ya. Ah, goodbye, innkeeper. I'm glad Baya could find a little comfort in those peculiar visitors, at least. I'm excited to hear the story she'll tell when she gets back. Oh, that was the end of the day already? Oh, I guess this was just an interlude. Okay, we can do the interlude and then we can do a chapter. And then I'll stop. That was way too short. That was 45 minutes. More like 40 minutes. Okay, here we go. Come hell or high water. Chapter 13. Oh boy. Hey, she's back.
Good evening, innkeeper.
Good evening, Grace.
Could I ask you for a drink?
Anytime. What can I do you for?
I'm pretty spent. Do you have something that'll keep my mind awake for a little longer?
Oh. I'm not showing the game. I'm so sorry. Haha, my bad. I am a professional. I swear. You didn't miss much. I should have something that can do just that. One moment. Alright, here you go, chat. Whoever gets there first. You missed her appear. Yeah, I mean, come on. You know what it looks like when characters appear. Yeah. Okay. All right. Brainy potion. Let's see. We could go with Silent Owl, I believe. We could go with Peak Sunrise. None of those are about being awake and focused, though. Shall we do Sparkling Nebula, but just because it's Ondu's favorite drink? I think we shall. One of these. I want to make it look pretty, so I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. And one of these. He did it! He did the extra sparkle! Because it's his favorite drink! That's so cute. Love it. A drink for the mind and soul. Enjoy.
Thank you. This is just what I needed.
Why are you still so tired? I thought you were done with your thesis.
I am. Which also means I need to figure out what to do next.
Oof, isn't that a mood?
Possibilities are endless, but not boundless. So considerations are a complicated endeavor.
Again, mood. Have you considered a break?
I have. Say, innkeeper, if you had forever, what would you do with it?
I've never thought about that before. I like being an innkeeper, so I could just keep doing this forever. It's relaxing and safe, and I get to meet the most wonderful people and wizards all day. Implying that wizards aren't people?
Forever is a really long time. Isn't there anything else you would like to do?
Oh boy. Here you guys get to vote. Type 1, 2, or 3 in chat. Are we content with our existence as an NPC? Do we want to go on a road trip, or do we want to learn how to play the harp? I know which one I'd say, but I'm letting you guys choose. I'll give it a few seconds for people to vote here. You get the feeling the innkeep has done plenty of travel already? Maybe. Alright, well, seems like the vote is unanimous. I've always wanted to learn how to play the harp. Fun fact, I actually did learn how to play the harp in real life. That was like 20 years ago, but still, I did. Oh, why haven't you? No time, no muse, no talent. Okay. Even without talent, you can learn to play an instrument, but the time thing is a big issue, yes. Or maybe I'm just waiting for the right moment. When will that moment come? I'm not sure. I just don't feel like the harp belongs to me right now. Let me know when it does. I'd love a concert. So many moods in this conversation. Yeah, so much of this is very relatable. But that's been most of the game, honestly. Will do. What would you do? What would you do with immortality, Grace? I would learn everything there is to learn. Every language, instrument, skill, and facet of mortal existence. Me too! Me too! Maybe I'm just a nerd, but I would absolutely do that. If I had forever, I would take the time to actually learn every skill I want to learn that you can't learn within one human lifetime all at once, or get good at within one human lifetime all at once. I would absolutely do exactly this. Nerd! Yes, well, I am a nerd. And if you're watching me, so are you, so there. I would travel the plains with my brother and learn even more. Have an infinite amount of tea parties. Yes, tea parties. He's blowing bubbles! It's so cute! This game is so cute, gosh dang it. I'd come to those. When we were little, Hex would always make all the stuffed animals dance around our little tea table. He's a bubble dragon! We didn't have money for music boxes, so he just made up songs for them to dance to. He sang them to me. Aw, that's really nice. I forget that Hex is the older one of the two. If I had the time, I would love to write down all of those songs and invent dances for them. You should make time for that. It's your time, after all. And besides, while you don't have forever, you do have quite a lot. An elven lifespan is nothing to scoff at, even if you only get half. Oh boy. Not if you got the human side of the lifespan. Oh, that's less time. It is. But I'll make the most of it. Aw, I guess that's one aspect of half-elven life that you don't really think about. Sometimes you're more human. What will you do next, then? I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about going to Ashfadal. The capital of the Magocracy? Magocracy? I would say Magi, but Magocracy? Does that sound good? Older brother is gonna outlive her, probably, yeah. Because he got more of the elf, I'm guessing. I heard the libraries there are 60 stories tall and rivers flow through the sky in an exuberant display of mana. Sounds like a paradise for someone like you. Yes, but... Hex really wants to stay here. Magocracy, yeah, thank you. He likes Vizoa, Zenith, the Ashen Grove. I mean, you could go without him. I think he likes how quiet it is, if you would believe it. I don't think he'd like the bustle of it all. You could just go without him. There's a Magocracian embassy in Zoford. Their teleportation is expensive, but reliable. I don't think he wants to go back to Zoford either, and I won't make him. He could teleport himself then. He really shouldn't. It's quite a long distance, and he's always been awful at teleportation. He could take a ship. I appreciate the effort, but I don't think a ship would help make the distance acceptable to him. He's always going to follow me, no matter where I go. Oh, that's actually kind of sweet. Aw, Hex has been nothing but a smarmy jackass this whole time, and now we find out he's actually really sweet, protecting his baby sister.
I think he doesn't want to miss out on any adventures, or celebrations, or funerals.
You can just tell him you want to go alone.
But then he'd be alone too.
Just talk to him, Grace.
I don't want to spend our time together fighting. I just don't want him to spend it mourning me either.
Oh no, don't cry. You should tell him that. He'll have enough time to mourn you when you're gone. Unlike life, that never ends. Oof.
I suppose you're right. I'd like to leave something he can remember me by. Maybe I'll build my own wizard tower.
Please do. I love those. Half elf, but inherited the human lifespan while Hex inherited the elven one. Grace is always reminded of her mortality and it scares her. She doesn't want to take breaks because she feels that would waste her precious time. She also doesn't like how Hex tries to shelter her. And keep keeping it brutal and real. Yeah, like the whole game, honestly. And I understand why Hex would not want to miss any part of her life, because her life is going to be so much shorter than his. At 42, that would make her... Well, you know, if she has a human lifespan, 42 is, like, statistically half her lifespan already, which is scary.
Did you hear about the one on Morlia near Dalwell?
The one with the infamous Majocracian fugitive? That is a hard word. Majocracian fugitive?
The very same. It seems that its wizard has disappeared without a trace, leaving his tower vacant.
It's like 10% of Hexes. He's gonna have a while without her. Yeah. That's kind of sad. Imagine knowing for sure you're going to outlive your sibling by 100-something years. That's sad.
I've always wanted to stop by for tea, but I don't want to be rude and intrusive, so I haven't. I wonder what he left behind. I'm sure it's a collection of fascinations and impossibilities.
Couldn't you just teleport in to check? Rumor unlocked. Vanishing wizards. A wizard from the Majocracy has abandoned his tower. The wizard's location is unknown, but he seems to be gone for good.
You can't exactly teleport in and out of well-protected places all willy-nilly. You might end up trapped or on a whole other plane.
Yep, pretty much. You might. Maybe that's what happened to the wizard?
Maybe. No one seems to know what happened to him, or who he even was, and no one seems interested in finding out either.
Is this gonna be the villain? The villain in the dark armor? Is that gonna be this guy?
Isn't that sad?
A little.
I don't want to disappear like that.
Oh, I'm sure you won't. You won't. I'll tell your story for as long as I'm around.
How long is that?
For as long as this world will bear me. Okay, that's an interesting phrase there in Keep.
You are very easy to bear.
Thank you, Grace. Would you like to stay a little while?
Please, I find your inn truly inspiring.
I do too. It's so pretty in here. Like, all of the little details. I keep noticing something new every time we play. I'll be here if you need a rubber duck. That's a fun expression. For those who don't know, having a rubber duck is something in academia and in IT where you need somebody, not, you know, you need somebody to talk to, but you don't have somebody to talk to. You talk to a rubber duck. You explain it to them so you can sort of get it. They don't need to say anything in return. You just need somebody to to talk to work through your own thoughts. And oftentimes, just the talking through it to the rubber duck will help you understand what you're talking about. Pets are also commonly used for this. I mean, even when I have had both, I still talk to the rubber ducky because it's different. I don't know why. It's the rubber ducky is different, but yeah. That's what that means. I'm counting on it. Fable! Oh, they braided their hair! They braided their hair up, look! That's so cute! Hiya, innkeeper? Hiya, you two. The smile! A drink, please. Or two, actually. Sure thing. Actually, what name are we on right now? dot, dot, dot. Well, Aura is still fine. Come on, that was a whole week ago. I was busy. Wanna come up with a new one now then? Dot, dot, dot. Oh, can I come up with one? Dot, dot, dot. Sure. How about, Kumo? I feel like you look like a Kumo. It fits. I don't know who Kumo is, but I'm sure that's a reference I'm just not getting. Here you go, chat. You get a vote. 1 or 2. Is Japanese for cloud? Oh, I see. Just as soft as a cloud. He's really not, but I guess that's the joke. And also spider, it means both. I think 2 is teasing him and 1 is giving him a compliment. So... Well, alright, chat. Seems like the vote's unanimous. He is just as soft as a cloud. That's what I was thinking. I'm nothing like a cloud. You're an air genasi. Yes, you are. Sounds like something a cloud would say. Dot, dot, dot. And he's smiling. He liked it. Oh my gosh, he's warming up to us. Slowly, bit by bit, he's warming up to us. Our drinks. Can we get them now? Of course. What would you like? Something sweet. Bubbly, maybe. If you can find something that... you know... Sure, I'll see if I can find the words you're looking for. Oh, here we go. We can pet the pet. While I take a sip of my tea, I will wait for people in chat to pet the pet. He's the guy at the bar embarrassed to order the fruity cocktail. I mean, he's had the fruity cocktail every single time he's been here. Because we serve him the same charisma drink every time. Okay, let's see. I believe... Shall we go with the sunny breeze, the thousand winds, or the spoken heart? Deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Sweet and sparkling. Okay, spoken heart it is, I guess. It's the one we've served him every time. Seems to be the one he wants. The one he likes. He's got one drink he likes and he's sticking to it. 1, 2, 3. And as a favorite drink, nothing wrong with that? Yep, nothing wrong with that at all. There you go, bud. Liquid charisma for those in need. Maybe you should try it then. Do you want to send it back? No, it's good. Glad to hear that. Fable, what can I get you?
Maybe something that will make me feel like I could, lift 1,000 clouds? Like I've got the strength of a dragon? Or something like that. Carolyn always says it's pretty tasty.
I see. A Carolyn special then. Oh, we get to pet the pet again. Go ahead, chat. I'll wait. Yeah. Alright, so the one we always give is the Southern Brawler. So I think I'll do that. Some charisma. And some attack power. And this one, the Southern Brawler. You're a good boy, Andu. Yeah. A regular's favorite for another regular. Some attack power as she pours the entire bottle in. Yeah, well.
Thank you. It's delicious, as usual.
That's what I like to hear. Oh. I'm just sorry, chat. I'm just gonna say one because they're both basically the same thing. So I'm just gonna say one. I like the new hair, by the way. It's really cute.
Oh, you do? Thank you. It looks really nice, right?
It does! It looks fantastic! I currently have my hair braided in real life as well. My hair's a little bit longer than Fable's. Okay, a lot longer than Fable's in real life.
Kumo braided it for me.
Did he now?
He, helps me calm down after we encountered the Mary Morgan.
Of course it was Kumo, I know, right? Kumo has such a depth to him. He was trying to be this edgy rogue, but really he's such a good person underneath all of that. He's trying so hard not to be, but he really is. Some chemistry, yeah. Yeah.
But I should probably start at the beginning, right?
I'd appreciate that.
Alright, so, what happened at the beginning?
The ship to Boreas.
Oh, right. I was a bit worried about the journey we were embarking on. After all, the seas around Boreas are famously hard to traverse. With all the wild magic around it and all. But just before we left Zenith, we ran into Una in the midst of an arm wrestling match against Inigo.
Excuse me, that one maybe wasn't very audible because I was laughing halfway through that.
We ran into Una in the midst of an arm wrestling match against Inigo. We took the opportunity to, ask her for advice.
Thought maybe she had traveled there before. You could have also asked me. She was closer. Right. Did she have any good advice?
She did. With her help, we were able to avoid all of the dangerous maelstroms, sea stacks, and iceberg elementals.
That must have made for a very relaxing journey.
It did. It was very inspiring too. We were able to see the dancing, colorful auroras in the night sky as we drew closer.
Let me take a sip of my tea here.
They were starless, but still breathtakingly gorgeous. I even started on a new song. It wasn't ready to be shared yet, though.
Iceberg elementals sound terrifying. I mean, you are currently running a campaign taking place on the ocean. Have fun. I just wanted a sneak peek.
Well, you should have snuck better.
A new song? Can I hear it?
It's not done yet. Thanks to Una, we made it to Boreas a lot faster than we had planned. We also docked far away from the typical explorer's route. It was completely abandoned by everything but nature, as if no one but us had been there before. Kind of exciting.
Very adventurous, for sure. As we headed inland, we were quickly swallowed by the fog that engulfs almost the entire island. It moved in strange patterns, creating unidentifiable forms within the mist that hungered for life. The thickets rustled as we walked by, whether moved by wind or by creatures we couldn't tell. The trees were shaped strangely, with shimmering portals forming in their empty husks. You are such a good storyteller, honestly. I know you're trying to make it sound probably more dramatic than it actually is, but you are a really good storyteller. Our own quiet breaths were often interrupted by shrill, shrieking sounds that seemed to come from right above us. It was almost idyllic.
Or scary. It was mostly scary.
I wouldn't have minded strolling around until we ran into something roaming the island, but it was a little cold, so? I found a local to ask for directions. While wandering around, we came across a clearing surrounded by tall trees. Or rather, one tree. All of them were connected, intertwined with one another. Through one of their twisted connections, a waterfall with no discernible origin was flowing into a small pond. And in its midst rested
a nymph! A real nymph!
Doing taxes?
She was weaving flower crowns for the fish. She was beautiful, with long black hair and skin that glistened in the sunlight being reflected off the waterfall. Her eyes were like sparkling gemstones, and her smile was full of kindness.
She was alright, but also the only person around. So, Fable asked her for directions? No. Fable asked her about everything but directions. Fable has a crush! I mean, I asked her for directions.
She was very helpful. She even gave us a gift.
A gift? That's sweet. She gave us earplugs against the Banshee's song, so our bones wouldn't shatter. Very helpful. Did you offer to write her a jingle in return?
I did. She said if we were to survive the encounter with the Banshee, I could come back and she'd think of what she'd need a jingle for. She was thinking about setting up a dragonfly exhibition, so maybe for that.
Oh, I'd watch that. I'd go to that. A dragonfly exhibition? Are you kidding me? Heck yes. Who would she even advertise to? Frogs?
And toads! ...
The Banshee was our first priority. So we stealthily made our way to the lonesome lagoon with earplugs in our ears.
We mostly walked and talked about our favorite dragonflies.
As we finally approached the lonesome lagoon, the thick mist enveloped us. It suddenly became so cold we could see our own ragged breaths. And then we heard it. A song filled with all the sorrow of the world compressed into a single note.
It sounded really nice. There was so much emotion in that song. Sadness, longing, yearning, anger. We wanted to be polite and wait until she was done singing, but she just kept going, like tears that wouldn't stop. So I decided to be a little rude, stepped forward, and said hello.
They said, "Hello, Banshee. I really like your song." That confused the Banshee so much that she stopped. She smiled, baring a row of deadly sharp teeth.
She was very nice, actually. She asked if we wanted to steal from her lagoon. When we said no, she invited us to sing along.
Did you?
Of course.
It was kind of fun. Oh, you sang along too, Kumo? Good for you.
It was, and I thought, what better time to bring up the Mary Morgan but now? So I lead with, I bet you do this with your girlfriend all the time, right? She suddenly looked at me with hatred and anger and then just started screaming. I was very thankful for the earplugs at that moment. I think without them my bones might have melted.
That was our cue to leave, so I pulled Fable back into the thicket of the Borean forest.
Obviously, we couldn't just leave it at that failure, so we looked around for a peace offering. We found some spiky pink fruits with a pattern of little ghost tortoises on them. We thought she might like them.
Spiky pink fruits with a pattern of little ghost tortoises. Okay.
She liked them enough to stop screaming at us, and we sat down at the side of the lagoon to talk. It's beautiful, by the way. Right in the middle is the giant portal to the Twilight Chasm. It colors the water this deep, dark blue with swirling clouds of darkness within.
There were bones floating in the lagoon, too.
I almost brought one for your tavern.
A bone? You wanted to bring bones to our tavern? Alright, here you go, chat. We can vote. Why didn't you bring bones? Or I'm glad you didn't bring bones to our tavern. What do we think, chat? 1 or 2? While I take a sip of my tea here. Oh. Alright, seems we have a unanimous vote. I'm glad you didn't bring any bones.
That would have been weird, huh?
Not necessarily. Bones just tend to come with lone spirits attached to them. And I prefer them resting in the halls of Tuat rather than in my tavern.
That's fair. The Banshee actually fished out some bones to fidget with. It stopped her from screaming every time she brought up the Mary Morgan. Or Marmor, as she calls her. Turns out the Mary Morgan had been ignoring all of her calls ever since the Banshee was crowned Gaia's scariest monster by Screech Magazine. It told us it carved a hole in their relationship, that it caused a lot of jealousy. And she was disappointed the Mary Morgan cared more about some stupid popularity contest than her. We asked her if she wanted to talk about it with the Mary Morgan herself. But she said she didn't need to apologize for being scary.
That's valid. She is a monster.
She was very thankful she got to talk about it, though. She was holding it all in because she didn't want to burden Baya with all the drama. She even offered for us to spend the night at her nearby cave, which was really nice of her.
Oh, excuse me. Did you end up taking a nap at her lair? We thought about it, but it was filled to the brim with the riches of the dead, which was far too alluring to allow us to fall to the call of sleep. You found loot? You have my attention. What did you find? Gold. Bones. Skulls. Jewels of all sizes.
And the loot! It was broken, but I picked it up anyway. There was also a delicate silver mirror that had a heart's colored all over it. Kumo recognized it as magical from its arcane markings.
Melina showed me them in some book the other day, when the wizard in Zoford showed us around his library. It was a mirror of far speech. It lets you speak to anyone on this plane, given that you've seen them before. So you called Melly? No, we called the Mary Morgan. Ah, that makes more sense. How did it go?
Well, I had to be the one to make the call, since, Kumo had never met her. When her face appeared, all I could do was stare in horror as she gazed back at me. I felt like I was back in the Ashen Grove, leading adventurers to their doom, and I just froze.
So I took the mirror out of their hands. Her first words were threats of what she would do to us if we had dared to harm the Banshee. Of course we hadn't. That briefly calmed her down, until I asked her why she wasn't here if she was so worried about the Banshee's well-being. Valid question? Avoiding the question, she instead talked to us about the state of the lagoon. She complained that it must be incredibly loud with all the tourists and whatnot. I assured her there were no tourists, at least none that were alive. So she asked what I was doing in the lair then. Honestly, I replied that the Banshee had offered us a place to stay in her cave. I quickly realized that I had picked the wrong thing to say. Her eyes started bleeding black ichor as she began cursing us out in tongues.
A mirror cracked under her gaze and started bleeding black water. It was terrifying. And then we were just supposed to sleep there, as if she couldn't crawl out of the mirror any second.
After that happened, I thought that we shouldn't discuss our further plans in that cave. So I pulled Fable outside and we went for a walk. The nymph had mentioned this enchanted flower field where she collects flowers for the fish. So we went there. Thought it might be a good spot.
It was a good spot. Even though I couldn't stop shaking for a while, though the flowers really helped. As did not being alone.
Was that when Kumo braided your hair?
It was, yes. My hair kept falling in my face and it was overwhelming me. So he sat me down and braided it away while I worked on rebuilding the loot. He said that some distraction would help. Talking also really helped.
Oh, we got a bot in chat. Goodbye, bot.
Even if I asked a lot of stupid questions.
They weren't stupid, just curious. Did you have a favorite one? They asked where I learned to braid hair. That actually brought us further on our quest. How so? Well, I learned it from my mother. It's the only thing I feel I have left of her. It was her way of apologizing. She was never very good with words. It made me think. Sometimes people aren't very direct with what they mean. I have heard of that, yes. Like the Mary Morgan. She didn't seem angry about the Banshee outdoing her in some fear pit pageant. She didn't even mention it once. She only got upset when she thought we had hurt the Banshee. Or when she thought we were tourists, or when we were staying in that cave. like she was jealous of something entirely different from some issue of Screech magazine.
We talked it through and decided we had to get the two of them to talk face to face. Obviously, it would be difficult because of the distance, but
I had taken the mirror with me when we left. Thought it might be useful. Ever the thief? Indeed. I used it to call Baya. I asked her to tell the Mary Morgan to come to Boreas. Fable mentioned she could teleport via plants, however that works. She can. You should try it out. It's nauseating. You should try it out. It's nauseating.
I think we'll pass. While I went to talk to the Banshee, Kumo picked up the Mary Morgan.
She and I really connected on eyeliner techniques. Of course you did. When we arrived at the lagoon, they were immediately ready to claw at each other's throats. And not in a fun way. But somehow we managed to convince them to sit down.
We, tried to get them to talk about their feelings, but they just kept talking past and over and away from each other.
Arguing about an issue that didn't exist.
So I had this crazy idea. I took out my new lute and asked them if they wanted to write a song together. They declined and insisted their voices would clash, but I thought at the very least it'd stop them from arguing. Kumo helped me convince them by summoning tiny rain clouds, pitter-pattering in a gentle melodic rhythm, to inspire them to give it a try. We asked them put all of their emotions about the whole situation into a song. In the end, they harmonized together perfectly. Like their voices were made for each other and the gentle hum of my lute.
It was beautiful. Aww.
And a little bone-shattering, but very romantic. Most importantly, the song finally got them to understand each other. Like Kumo had suspected, the Mary Morgan was scared, not jealous, now that the Banshee was so popular.
That is the most hard way to ever resolve a conflict, by making them sing together. I mean, music and art is always a way to process your feelings in a way that's not direct. The most bard way ever. I mean, they're not a bard, though. They're a ranger. Neither of them are bards, but it is great that they did this. Oh, bard. Okay, typo. Yep.
Like Kumo had suspected, it was scared, not the Banshee was so popular. She feared the Banshee would become really busy with tourists visiting all the time. She assumed she wouldn't have any time for her anymore.
What have we said this whole time? Communication. It is the most important thing in any relationship. Friendly, romantic, familial, or otherwise.
But the Banshee assured her she doesn't care about any of the tourists. Only about the Mary Morgan. And Baya, of course. We told them to talk to her, too. And mention how much she had been missing them. They agreed to meet for a tea party in the Ashen Grove, so Baya doesn't have to travel too far.
Did you invite them to your barbecue?
No. After the outpouring of emotions, they wanted some time for themselves.
Valid. The quest was done. It had only taken us 2 days, which was really efficient. Unfortunately, we had told the ship to pick us up in 3 days, so we were trapped on the island. So you swam back? What? No. What's wrong with you? The usual?
We started brainstorming about what we could do while we waited. So I asked about that cheesecake recipe. But then I realized there wasn't anywhere to bake it. They don't have any taverns on Boreas. It was a stupid idea.
It wasn't. Somewhere on the island had to be something to bake a cheesecake in. Did you find that something?
We did, but it turned into its own small quest. First, we had to find the right place for our little adventure. We met these lovely gnomes living in their little mushroom houses. And they offered to let us use their ovens. But they were too small, so they introduced us to the local Toad Hill giant. Its kitchen was enormous, but it was easier to work in than one that was too small. Then the gnomes, the nymph, and the giant helped us gather ingredients from all across the island. So we were able to make enough cheesecake for everybody. I burned mine a bit. But when we made the second batch for the ship's crew, they were already starting to turn out better. Kumo is a really good teacher.
And you're a really good student. Oh, this is so cute. And it's funny to me that he's like super distant and super cold and super pretending he doesn't want to be around everybody. But as a teacher, you need to be so good with people. You need to be so patient. So he's way better with people than he wants to be. Oh man, I'm starting to really like Kumo's character.
Thank you. The cake really lifted the crew spirits on the journey back.
He's just a big sweetheart, yeah. He tries really hard not to be, but he really is. It's so sweet.
We agreed to teach them the recipe once we hit land. Afterwards, they invited us to the captain's birthday party.
Oh, that's nice.
They even introduced us to a traveling obelisk who sang us a song of the ancients. It showed us a shortcut through the Rhyolith's mountain range, where we met some flaming songbirds.
That's a lot of adventure you're summarizing very quickly here. And now you're here.
And now we're here.
Oh boy. Oh boy, chat. Here you go, you get to vote. I feel like 2 is a bit too far. I think they're only just starting to get to know each other. But I'll let chat vote. 1 or 2. Alrighty. Looks like a unanimous vote. Well, I'm glad you came back.
Of course we did. I promised a good story.
And you delivered tenfold. Where are you two going next? ... I should probably talk to Melina. She was pretty mad when I left. Oh, he actually looks sad about it. Oh, this is so cute. I guess I should apologize while I still can. Good idea.
Do you want me to come with you?
No, I think I need to do this alone, or rather, with her. Way to show some emotional maturity, my guy. And I have to check in on Rufus, too.
Maybe Hex taught her some fun magic tricks in the meantime.
You left her with Hex?
And with Grace. Don't worry, nothing was set on fire.
I should go. But before I go... ... Do you maybe want to do something together later today or tomorrow, like a thing. Aww. He's asking Fable out on a date. Ah!
Oh, like hanging out together? We could play charades with the werewolves.
Oh, and Fable whooshed it. Oh no. Okay, chat, it's up to you. I think he meant hanging out as in a date, or two for yeah, is that what you're thinking of doing, Kumo? Give him some help. Yeah, I feel like just saying it outright might also help Fable to understand what he means. Oh boy. I think he meant hanging out as in a date. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Grace has been here listening the whole time, yeah.
Did you?
Maybe I did.
Oh.
Come on, Fable, come on! Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
Okay, that sounds really fun.
Yes! Yes, we did it! Yes, we have successfully played matchmaker. Oh. We found Fable a perfect match. Oh my gosh. They are really well suited together, I have to say, as characters. Oh man, this is so cute. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Cool. I'll pick you up, or I'll see you around, or whatever. I'll see you. This is so cute. This is so cute.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Look at their blushy faces. They're so cute. Dot dot dot. He asked me on a date. He did.
That's... Oh, what do I do now? Do you think Archie has books on dating, or should I ask the Hydra for advice? It probably knows about dating, right?
Archie is still on his quest. Also, I'm right here.
You're right. What should I do?
Sorry, chat. I'm gonna overrule whatever. Just go. See where it takes you. See what happens. You never know what it's like until you've actually gone on a date and see if you actually like this person. You won't know until you try it. Just go. See where it takes you. Or where he takes you. Hopefully somewhere nice.
I do feel safe with him, so maybe I should try trusting this more. Mostly, I think you should just be honest with him.
Exactly!
He seems to like you for who you are, so there's no need to hide. That's the scary thing. Why does he feel that way?
Because you are very lovely?
People keep saying that. But sometimes I just feel a lot lovelier hiding, you know? To me, it sounded like it's perhaps a bit too late for that. Sorry for listening in. You two were just very sweet.
Yes, yes they were.
It's okay. I also thought it was very sweet. He was very sweet. But now that he's gone, I have time to think again.
Oh boy.
And I'm not sure if it was supposed to be that type of sweet anymore. Maybe he was just being nice.
He asked you out on a date, Fable. He asked you out on a date. It's...
He asked you out on a date because he was just being nice? Well, maybe he felt bad for me or something. Innkeeper, dear, I think Fable might be in need of another drink.
Fable also being too relatable. I mean, I've said in other games that we were playing, just tell the person you like them instead of pining in the background. This has now happened. He basically told you he likes you and asked you out on a date. Don't then turn around and be like, well, does he though? He asked you out. He asked you out. People don't do that if they don't like you. At least unless they're assholes, but he's not an asshole.
Maybe something to untangle their thoughts? Something for a quick escape from all this overthinking. That sounds good.
I'll see what I can do. Alright, chat. You get to pet the pet. I'll give it a little bit for you guys to pet the pet. Yay! There we go. Alright. So, dexterity, and I'm gonna say, brains as well. Which, let's see, which would be... Are none of these at full dex, really? Oh, here we go. Just the Swift Strike, nothing else? Really? There's nothing else that's full dex? That's kind of disappointing. Well, a Swift Strike it is, I guess. Okay, we have 1 defense. We have 1 brains. And then we have 3 dex. To strike! Does this help?
Very much so. Thank you. I feel like now I can uncurl the yarn ball that is my brain.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice, being able to uncurl the yarn balls that are our brains? At least for me, that would be nice.
What do you think I should do?
What you want to do. If you like him back, go on the date, see where it goes. If you don't like him back, tell him that. And just, you know, let him know so he's not sitting there waiting. What do you want to do? Yeah, exactly.
I want to go on our date, and I want to get to know him better.
Then do that.
Maybe even get him to know me better, too. Do you think he would like that?
Very much so. I think so, yes. It seems like you don't need our answers. You have yours already.
Sometimes I just feel like I need permission to listen to my heart.
Did you know you can give that permission to yourself?
I forget that every time, but I know you're right. I think I know what to do now, somewhat. But I'll figure the rest out. Thank you for listening to me. I think sometimes it's all I really need when I'm scared.
Oh, we got a new entry for Fable. With their budding faith in themselves, they are beginning to enjoy new things instead of being terrified. They're learning how to play an instrument, performing songs, and actually letting people close. This process will still take some time, but they've come a long way already.
There's nothing wrong with being scared, as long as you don't run from the things that make you happy.
Oh, thank you, Grace. Again with the deep stuff.
You're right. It took me a while to realize that running is so easy, you know? You always know where to go. Away. But staying, you have to actually look at yourself. Figure out what your part is in everything. That can be a lot. But when I was on the journey back from Boreas, dancing with Kumo to the music of the navigator's fiddle, thinking about how I would never have gotten to that point if I hadn't put myself out there, I realized that life is so much more than a constant game of hide and seek from the things that truly mean something. And I decided to stop running from life, even if I'm scared. I want to do my best to face my problems. Even though it's terrifying, I know that I'm not alone.
Is this still about Kumo?
No. He was never a problem. He's one of the reasons I'm not alone.
Oh.
Just like you. With good friends by my side, I can do anything.
Oh. I want to do two. I want to do two, but I will leave it to chat to vote. I keep being distracted by this little guy blowing bubbles up here. I didn't notice that he did that before, and now I can't not notice. Every time it distracts me. Alright, chat. You gonna give me the option I want to vote for? Fable is very cute. Kumo is very cute. They're so cute. And this little guy is so freaking cute. There he goes again. It's so cute. And I can't wait to see what you will do.
It might not be as impressive as you hope. But it will be me. And I'm excited about that.
Me too.
I'm really proud of you, Fable. Thank you for everything. Especially the great advice.
That was really great advice. Maybe you should take some of it too, Grace.
Maybe you should. ...
But
we all conquer life at our own pace. My personal next Goliath is going to be reapplying my lip gloss.
Okay.
And maybe some blush. I do feel a little pale. Can I borrow a mirror for a bit, innkeeper?
Of course, there are some free rooms and mirrors upstairs, right next to the acorn chimes. Just ignore the doors with the do not enter signs. Oh, we did add the do not enter signs after Polly and Scott.
You shouldn't have said that. Now I want to check.
Please don't.
I won't. I'm polite.
Or am I? I mean, these are people's rooms, Grace.
Let's hope she won't find all the nightmare creatures you have locked up there.
Let's.
Have you ever visited the Twilight Chasm?
not for long enough to capture any creatures.
I see.
Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
What are you thinking about, innkeeper?
Oh, you know, innkeeper things.
I don't. No. I mean, since I'm not an innkeeper and all.
Right. That song you mentioned, the one you started writing on the ship. I know it's not done yet, but how about a little sneak peek? To see if it would make for a good jingle.
I don't think it's jingle material. But I don't mind sharing it with you. Just keep in mind that it's a work in progress.
Of course. Okay, I'm not going to sing this because I have no idea what kind of melody it's going with, so I'm just going to say it. There's a calling on the wind beneath the talk of the keep. I've heard the tales, set the sails, now it's time for me to leave. That sounds like a great opener.
So you like it?
It's wonderful. I can't wait to hear more.
Me too. But it's still a little rough around the edges. I feel like it's missing something.
Maybe the next adventure.
Maybe.
Will you let me know when it's done?
Of course. I can't wait to show you the finished version.
Thank you, Fable. I'm proud of you.
For maybe finally finishing a song?
For not running.
Oh, thank you. Me too. Innkeeper, do you ever think about taking your own advice?
All the time, yes.
Why don't you?
I don't know.
It's hard, I know. But I promise I believe in you as much as you believe in me. And I know we'll both be okay.
Dot dot dot. I would like that.
Me too. Well, I've talked a lot today. I'll give you some space.
Bye, Fable. Maybe it's time to stop running. Yeah, read the frickin' letter, please. Should I... Is it time to read that letter? Yes, read the fucking letter, please. Sorry, chat. I'm overriding whatever you would vote for. Yes, it's time to read the frickin' letter. Oh, that was easy. I guess I've been wanting to for a while. Let's hope for no regrets. Okay. My dearest friend, long has it been since we've talked last. Long has it been since everything has been seared away by the cold flames of death. I wish I could still remember our last conversation, but it's a waning memory. I can only imagine how you've enjoyed running away, wishing to forget whatever was between us. Maybe you did for a brief moment for these 30 years. If you did, I'm writing this letter to kindly remind you of the good old times. To celebrate our reunion, I invite you to the spectacle of this century. The last day of the astral moon, welcoming the first light of the dying moon, where the realm of Tuat is just a grasp away. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Are you afraid of what they might tell you? Worry not, I'll be right there. Watch the sky closely on the 35th of Cassiopeia. See you soon, an old friend. Oh boy, are we gonna get into Innkeeper backstory finally? Okay. So this person, the person in the spooky armor, I'm gonna guess. We knew them. They died 30 years ago. They're a ghost. And he's planning to do something when the Tuat is close, when the realm of the dead, I believe, is close. Okay. Dot, dot, dot. That was... Oh, I just got an achievement. Gather the courage to open the letter. I guess you've always been a fan of symbolism. But you didn't even leave an address. Very irresponsible. Oh! Hello! Fuck! That's a hell of an entrance, boy. Pardon? No time. Duck! Now! What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help? Healing? Something's coming. Something big. Your next show? What? No! There's no time! Duck! Is the ground shaking? Oh dear. What? We're underwater? Is the town flooded? Is that what just happened? The town's still there. We haven't moved. The fuck? Is the town underwater or just the inn? What? Is everyone alright? I think so. Phew, that was a close call. Could have been really dangerous. What just happened? Why is there water outside the tavern? I'd also like to know the answer to that question. I've got no clue. You have a great building if your tavern is underwater but still standing? Yeah, I mean, it is a magical tavern that allows people who are in wheelchairs and stuff to teleport inside, so I guess there's some kind of magical shielding on it? I was just outside by the woods, drafting my newest song when the ground beneath my feet began to rumble. Not even a minute passed and it rumbled again. Then, a wall of water came rushing towards me. I didn't even dare to wait. I ran immediately, looking for shelter. No way I was gonna let my hagium get wet. Hagium? Hagium? The instrument. These strings are made of real Shabian silk and the body's ethereal bamboo. It's a rarity. That's the first thing going through your mind with a giant wave rushing right at you? Fable is not impressed. Of course, this instrument is just as valuable as my hands. And just as versatile. Now is not the time, boy. Is everyone alright? Grace, dragons, you're alright. I was worried something had happened to you. Oh, don't worry. When the walls started rumbling, I hid under a table, and then I watched the water rush by the window. It was like a tsunami, but tsunamis are very rare, if not impossible, so far into the mainland. Oh, right. It's so strange. Everything seems to be submerged out there. I wonder what would cause such a cataclysm. It's worrying, to say the least. And it's definitely too dangerous to go outside. Even the tavern is leaking. Don't worry, it'll withstand. Are you sure? I'm sure. I've gotten through worse than this. You? I mean, it's gotten through worse than this. Come on, innkeeper. Wouldn't have thought it could withstand this sort of thing, but even more so glad it can. Seems to be a simple yet very sturdy tavern after all. Just like you, innkeeper. Oh god. We have? Yeah, I know, right? The innkeeper really needs to spill the beans. Are you flirting with the innkeeper? Pah, me? No. Also, that's beside the point. Is it? What? Okay, chat, I'm very confused now. You guys can vote. I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on anywhere, but it's fine. Okay. Leaning into the flirting or not? It is. Okay. We have a vote. It is. He just called me sturdy and simple. I wouldn't count that as flirting. You wouldn't? Not really. Oh. Oh, now I feel sad. Now I feel sad. I should have leaned into it. Right, back to the point. Did you see exactly what happened? Not really. I was listening to the whistle of the wind in the treetops, jotting down notes for my next song. I don't know what voice to do for this guy, so I'm just gonna do a normal voice. When suddenly a horde of silver-crested deer rushed past me. Before they could trample over me, I jumped up on the rock I was sitting and watched them gallop downhill. Then I saw water break through the canopy, snapping trees in half like they were shashlik skewers. Say that 10 times fast. I wasted no second. I turned on my heel, knowing I'd be done for if I waited just a moment longer. Then, I was here and told you to duck.
That sounds horrible. Are you alright? Are you hurt?
I'm fine, thanks. And anyways, with whom do I have the pleasure?
I'm Grace.
Nice to meet you, Grace. I'm...
Oh my, you're Voyage, aren't you? The silver-tongued virtuoso.
Hey, we finally found somebody who knows him. Yes, that would be me.
My apologies. I didn't mean to push any boundaries. But I saw you perform at Dropstone Institute's campus that one time. And I must say, you pulled on all my heartstrings with your beautiful performance.
Oh. I did that?
Yes, I was awestruck by what your music could do. It was like magic in its very own way.
Good music will do that, yep.
Music can be very soothing in moments of distress. Were you distressed back then? A little. I don't remember exactly why anymore, but I remember the emotion. But not more distressed than I am right now. I hope Hex is safe and well. I'm sure he is. Shoot! Did you see that creature swim by?
I did not. I was not looking at the window. What? Where?
It looked like a red-winged eel.
Oh, haven't seen one of those in ages.
Where's its natural habitat?
Actually, the Twilight Chasm. Why is it here? Oh god, is this because we sent Polly and Scott to go to the Twilight Chasm? Did we do this? Or is it the bad guy breaking more shit?
Something isn't right.
I'm afraid you might be correct.
I'm also afraid. Very much so. I don't think it's safe to go outside.
Of course not. You should all stay for the night.
Would that be possible?
Of course, the tavern will withstand this, and a bit of company wouldn't hurt.
I agree. Thank you, innkeeper.
Say, you with the loot, what's your name?
Fable. My name is Fable.
Do you play? The lute, I mean.
Sometimes. I'm still practicing and not all that good with it yet.
How about we play together, a song or two, to lift our spirits and wait out the catastrophe going on outside?
It's very untune. It goes out of tune really quickly. But I guess that's a lute thing.
I gotcha! Show it to me. I'll help you and then we'll jam until a new dawn rises. Oh. Voyage. Even though he's charismatic, he's surprisingly bad with people, as well as reading between the lines. Despite being self-conscious about his skills, he still chose to play songs together with Fable after the flood to lift everyone's spirits. He's also got a Hagium made out of ethereal bamboo and Chabian silk. Blub Blub Sleep with the Fishes achievement. Oh! Oh no! Oh, this is terrible. I hope the sheep are okay. Oh no. And the dragon's still here. He's just on the roof. Oh, that's very cute. I'm glad he's okay. Oh no. Oh, there's a little textural issue happening over here. With the roof texture being in front of the lantern. Oh well, that's alright. This looks like a problem. I wonder if it's something we did, or if it's the bad guy who was messing with portals and doing bad stuff. Oh boy. And on that note, I think we're gonna call it here, because I don't know how long the next chapter is gonna be. If it's gonna be another 2 hours, it's a bit too long. So, thank you all for being here. This was super fun. Yet another disaster happening. I hope that this one wasn't our fault. Oh boy. Thank you all for being here, for those of you that were here. Thank you for the chatters, thank you for the lurkers. I hope you had a good time listening to my silly voices in the background. Have a good rest of your day, evening, night, morning, whatever time of day it is where you are. Thanks everybody, take care of yourselves, hydrate, be good people, and see you all on Friday. Bye-bye.